Hello everyone, my name is SR Matos. I am a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt instructor, and I am the instructor who introduced Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and no horse but fighting events called Ballet Judo to Sri Lanka. Today I'm going to discuss the topic of whether Bruce Lee was the best fighter of this world. This is a very good topic what we have to address. Why a lot of people have been mentioning that Bruce Lee was the best fighter ever. Now, as a Sri Lankan, I am going to paste the Sinhalese version of this vlog in the description area, so you can check what I am saying here if you are a Sinhalese speaker. Now, for the international people, I have to tell you that firstly we have to mention why we are labeling Bruce Lee as the best fighter. What is the foundation to make such a statement like that? Now, when it comes to martial arts, there are two forms known as combat sports and self-defense, right? So, however, when you refer the term called fighter, it has to be checked in combat sports, right? So, combat sports mean is the situation where the fighters can check their fighting skills in a fair way. When it comes to self-defense stuff, that means street fighting, bar fighting, and etc., it is not about someone's fighting skills. It's all about cheating, and it's all about a context like a predator and victim thing. It is not about checking an individual's real fighting skills. Now, if someone comes behind you and hit you by a baseball bat, in a combat sport wise, it is not about someone's fighting skill, it is about cheating. But in self-defense wise, it is how the self-defense works. It is how the real fighting works. So now I think now you might have the great understanding about what I am saying here. Bruce Lee is a real world fighter. I mean, I can give that credit to him. He concerns a lot about the street fighting, and as I told you before, it is not about check someone's fighting skill in the fair way, right? When we need to label someone as a fighter, good fighter, we have to pay our attention on the combat sport. Now, there are several types of combat sports, right? Now, what is the highest place of these combat sports what you can see nowadays? It is the Ballet Judo. It is known as no horse but matches. No horse but fighting is now almost banned in the world. However, the modern MMA came from that Ballet Judo. With that being said, that we can say if we really want to someone's absolute fighting skills in the fair way, it is none other than Ballet Judo, right? So Ballet Judo guys are the real fighters, period. Ballet Judo fighters are the real fighters. So with that being said, I have to say that Mitsuo Maeda is the greatest fighter ever in this world. He has a victory streak like 20,000 of victories, and without having any lose on his side. 2,000 victories over 0 defeats. 2,000 for 0 streak. He is the only one who bears such a great streak like that, right? So I believe Mitsuo Maeda is the greatest fighter of this era, right? When it comes to Bruce Lee, I believe him as a great philosopher, great martial artist, and street fighter. But we cannot say that he's the best fighter ever, right? Because he was never a professional fighter at all. He was never a professional fighter at all. He only had participated one boxing event in his whole life. Yes, he won that boxing event by using some Wing Chun trapping. None other than that, he had never participated for professional event, or he had never sparred with good professional guys, right? So with that being said, I have to say that Bruce Lee is a great person. I accept him, I admire him a lot, but we cannot label him as the greatest fighter ever of this world. If you want to label someone as the greatest fighter, it is Mitsuyo Maeda. I hope you got my point, and it is my point of view. And if you now, people might be giving the facts that he already had placed some world records, but actually those world records are cover up records, right? Even Bruce Lee didn't himself know whether he had done that kind of so-called world records at all. If you want to learn, if you want to get more educated about that, I will paste a link, and it is a blog done by retired MMA fighter Ramsey Due, and he has perfectly addressed to this topic, and that vlog was made by a request done by my current student called Tarusha Fernando, and he according to his points, he perfectly addressed the Ramsey Due perfectly addressed that each of the so-called world records are almost bullshit. Those never exist in real life. So I will post that link below under this description area. My students are very well open mind, and my students are, when they see such a post like such a so-called world records like that, they always get upset about it, because they do practice real shit, my dear friend. So respect Bruce Lee, but don't give him some over credit where what you are not supposed to give him, right? So Mitsuyo Maeda is the greatest martial artist, greatest fighters ever in this world. More than 20,000 victories over 0 defeats, right? 20,000 for 0. That's it. Period. Right? Be educated all the time. Have a nice day.